Good morning, Mystics. I was drinking coffee when it started. Oops. I hope everyone's having a great day today. Oh, mug of the day. Yes. Y'all, I love The Nightmare Before Christmas. It's a wonderful, wonderful movie. And today I can't get enough coffee, so... today I wanted to talk to y'all about a crystal. I decided to do a crystal video. I saw the Deviant Witches crystal video that he posted yesterday, and it was really good. And I was like, you know what? I want to do a crystal video too. Because I couldn't think of anything else. And later on today, I'm going to do an herbal blend to use in Samhain candle magic, because Deviant Witchery that I'm a part of will have we are doing a video tomorrow about Samhain and Halloween candle magic. So I'm going to do a little herbal blend that you can use to anoint your candle with, roll it around in herbs. And the Deviant Witch did an oil blend to anoint your candle and dress your candle with. So this crystal will be great to charge that herbal blend with, because it is my favorite crystal of all time, Amethyst. Y'all, I love Amethyst. I have so many. Okay, this one I actually found. I used to work at the diamond mine in Arkansas, Murfreesboro, Arkansas, and they have what we call the amethyst fields. I mean, obviously you can find diamonds there. Several people have, but excuse me, where there's diamonds, there's a lot of other crystals, and they have a whole area where it's just this amethyst field, and it is amazing. Like, you can find amethyst everywhere, and I literally just kind of knocked this one over with my foot as I was walking through the area where there's this amethyst vein. So it was really neat. Anyway, I've found a few other crystals, like clear quartz crystals there. I mean, there's just it's a really fun place. So if you're ever wanting to go and hunt for your own crystals, I highly recommend the Diamond Mine in Murfreesboro, Arkansas. It's a lot of fun. So here's another one. Now, this one I think was sent to me. So that's, and y'all, I have all these raw, rough cut amethyst. This is one of my favorites, just because I love the just hints of purple in that. Let's see if y'all can. It's too little. My camera doesn't want to focus on it. Anyway, I have several tumbles, like a bajillion, of amethyst. And oh, sorry, cat. I just kicked my cat. She likes to hang around my feet, and I don't ever know. She slips under my feet, and I don't know until I practically step on her. But I have a lot of amethyst because I love amethyst. To me, not only does amethyst inspire creativity, but it also connects with your third eye chakra and opens you up to spirit communication. If I can talk, spirit communication. So I use these a lot in meditation. Anytime I usually have some around when I'm doing my tarot readings. As y'all know, I have a pendulum somewhere around here. Aha, here it is. That is also amethyst, because I just love amethyst. And to me, it's great for spirit communication and spirit work. Now, not everyone associates amethyst that way, but I have always used amethyst in my spirit work, dream work. Like if I'm having a lot of weird dreams, which here lately I have been having, which this time of year I always do, but they've been really weird this year. And to help me sort of decipher and connect a little bit better to my dreams, I will place an amethyst under my pillow, and that helps. I remember my dreams better the next morning. I can connect better to that part of my brain, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. So amethyst has a lot of benefits for me. And like I said, it helps with creativity. Amethyst, to me, is a very, like if I have amethyst with me a lot, like I have a couple of necklaces that have amethyst stones. If I wear them all day, I get more jittery than I already am. I don't know why, but it just, that's what it does to me. I just am like, oh yeah, let's do it, let's go. So it's kind of like coffee and a stone for me. But so it gives me energy and stimulates my creativity. It stimulates my spiritual creativity. Whenever I'm working on a new herbal blend, or powder or oil or spell, and I am having kind of a blockage, I will grab a piece of amethyst and hold it and kind of draw on it for that creative spark, to remove that blockage and really get things flowing. I connect to my muse with amethyst. To me, it is wonderful for that purpose. And like I said, I use it in spirit communication. I use it in pendulums. I use it whenever I'm reading tarot. I like to have a nice little chunk around, because I feel like it stimulates that flow and keeps my mind open to receive that communication. So I have amethyst everywhere. And especially this time of year. I like to put little chunks of it sort of all over the place. My husband and my daughter kind of get a kick out of the fact that they'll just find like random piles of crystals in places. I usually try to keep them in a bowl, but I don't have that many small bowls, so I'll just have them randomly put on a flat surface somewhere where my cat can't get a hold of them, because she has a bad habit of stealing pretty shiny things and hiding them. She's a strange one, but sometimes I think she's part crow. But yes, that's what I use amethyst for, is that extra psychic boost, creativity, keep things flowing, keep things going. And I love the color purple too. And that could be why I like amethyst so much, because it comes in those beautiful shades of purple. But I just really enjoy it. Let's see, what all can I tell you about amethyst? I like to meditate with it. Anytime that I feel like I've missed some important communication with one spirit or another, I will meditate with amethyst to try to reestablish that connection and figure out what I've missed. Amethyst just in itself is a fun crystal to meditate with. To me, it helps a lot. Like, I know, yes, if I'm around it a whole bunch, like all day long, I will kind of get the nervous jitters. Not really nervous, but just like I'll get really anxious and really pumped. But during meditation, it doesn't like hinder my meditation. Usually, because I meditate in the morning and I meditate in the evening. I don't use this right before bed to meditate with necessarily. And if I'm going to sleep with it under my pillow, I'll not mess around with amethyst all day and then sleep with it under my pillow, or I'd never get to sleep. But in the mornings, whenever I meditate with it, I haven't been around it all day because it's the morning, and so it doesn't like hinder my meditation process. And like I said, when I use them in the evenings, if I sleep with it under my pillow, I won't work with it the whole day. I'll wait, and then that evening I'll sleep with it under my pillow. Which I don't work with amethyst every single day, but I do work with amethyst a lot. To me, it's just one of those crystals that I think every witch should have, and maybe not as many as I have, but every witch should have. So it's just a great crystal. I like to keep a couple of these, which I have. This one I like to keep it with my water and air shrine in the bathroom. I couldn't think of where I was keeping it, y'all. Oh, there we go. My camera's being weird. But I like to keep it in there, you know, communicate with the water and air spirits, and it's an interesting place to put it in the bathroom. To me, the bathroom has just so many areas of potential spirit activity, as far as lots of water flow. You have mirrors, usually more than one, windows. It's just sort of a hotbed of spirit activity. So of course I burn a lot of cleansing, maybe not, I guess I shouldn't say cleansing, but protective herbs, protective incenses in there, because it has a lot of spirit activity. You know, I swear, any kind of craziness I've experienced, as far as kind of creepy spirit encounters, have happened in the bathroom. Whenever at my parents', which is just totally off subject, y'all, I'm sorry, but I'm going to share it anyway. At my parents' house, whenever I was little, I guess I really freaked my mom out once, because she, you know, this is like, I was like 4 or 5, okay? So I was, you know, going into the bathroom by myself, you know, big girl and all that. And for a while there, I would make my mom come with me all the time. And she's like, why do you keep dragging me in here? You know, I'm like, because the little girl in the mirror is freaking, you know, is scaring me. And she's like, what little girl in the mirror? You know, and so that kind of freaked her out. But I remember, like, yeah, it was kind of creepy. I don't think she was like an evil spirit or anything, but she's kind of creepy. You know, especially as a child. That was just kind of weird. But I can't tell you how many times that I've been in a bathroom, and out of the corner of my eye seen someone walk past the door, or felt like I was being watched. So I do put in a lot of burn a lot of protection incense, you know, like copal and frankincense, because it's just one of those places. But I still like to put an amethyst crystal in there, because it's interesting. I feel like I connect to my muse better, and especially when I'm in the shower, in the bathroom. So I get, you know, quite a few ideas in the shower, and I just feel like it's a really interesting place to have something like an amethyst crystal in. And let's see, I don't really have any in my bedroom. You know, unless I bring one in there to sleep with it under my pillow. I have quite a few in the living room, and I always have some. Like, I have a little table over here. Y'all can't see it because it's lower than what my camera is, but I have a little table over here, and I have, well, of course, right now I have several, but I usually have at least 2 amethysts with my clear quartz. I have 2 amethysts over here, and then a few other crystals too. So I like to like I said, I like to keep them around as far as the you know, creativity factor that it really helps with, and connection to spirit. You know, whenever we do our shows, on Deviant Witchery, you'd be surprised at how much of that show comes from spirit. That where we just are like talking and these things just come out of our mouths, and a lot of times after the show, you know, Michael and I will discuss about, you know, what we remember saying during the show. And it's not just because we do talk a lot. You know, we talk for around 35 minutes to an hour to sometimes longer depending on the subject, but a lot of it is inspired by spirit. A lot of times we don't really remember what we've said until we talk to each other afterwards. So it's a very, very interesting thing to happen. But and a lot of that I feel like is because, you know, we use things like these, like crystals, you know, to amplify our connection to spirit. And so whenever that happens during Samhain, you know, during Halloween season, it is even more interesting because the veil is so thin and it seems like all kinds of craziness happens in October. So far it's been really interesting doing these shows and talking about different spirit interactions and things like that, and all the craziness that's gone on. My light, which I'm videotaping during the day, it's first thing in the morning, but my light that I usually have for evening shows, it's above this area, has well, it doesn't work now. I've done a few shows and talking about spirit activity and connecting to spirits and certain how-tos that I've done with Michael, and yeah, I don't know, something totally screwed up my light bulb. And normally I would say that it just did it on its own, and it's very likely that it did, except that it's one of those energy saver, supposed to last a lifetime light bulbs, and I literally put it up there like just 3 weeks ago. I just changed it. So I'm going to have to go buy some more light bulbs, I guess. But things like that happen a lot in this time of year. So it's really interesting. And Amethyst helps, you know, build that connection. So whenever I do this herbal blend here later on today, you can use Amethyst to charge that. You can use Amethyst to charge anything like that as far as herbal blends. Well, especially this herbal blend, because it's going to be an herbal blend to dress a candle with, to help you connect and communicate to spirits, you know, ancestors. You can put it on your ancestral altar or anything like that, spirit altar, whatever you know use. So that's what this herbal blend will be for. And you can charge it with amethyst. I like to use amethyst and leave like a little amethyst tumble with a new tarot deck, just to kind of stimulate that spirit communication, that communication between me and the tarot deck, especially whenever I'm first building that relationship with the deck. I really like to have a tumble there, and what I will do is I'll leave the tumble with the tarot deck during the day, and then I will take the tumble and the tarot deck and put it under my pillow at night. And then when it, you know, the first few weeks I use that tarot deck and really get to know it, I will keep that amethyst tumble close by. Sometimes even just hold it in my hand while I'm reading the cards, and that helps a lot. Let's see what else. Anytime I feel like I'm being introduced to, I have 3 spirit guides and a couple of spirit familiars, but when I first connect with a spirit guide, I like to keep amethyst. That's whenever I wear my amethyst necklaces quite often, so I can really connect and communicate unless they specify a different crystal. And I've had that happen a couple of times where they're like, okay, well, amethyst is fine, but you know, if you keep this crystal with you, it will help me communicate with you better. Or they prefer another crystal, a different type of crystal. And so obviously in that scenario, I would also use that whatever crystal they ask for. But I like to keep amethyst on whenever I'm making any kind of new spiritual or spirit connections, except when it comes to deities. Not that I've had just a ton of deities interactions, you know, I've only had a handful, but I don't know, for some reason amethyst just doesn't fit for me with deities. I usually, well, it just depends on the deity, really. What crystal I'll use to connect with them, and so far it hasn't been amethyst. Much like right now, currently I'm working with Kali, and I've been using clear quartz and obsidian with her. So, and other deities in the past, I've used things like Ganesh, garnet, rubies, things like that. Red is his color, so usually red. Carnelian. Really, carnelian is probably the best, at least for my relationship with him, because he's carnelian takes energy, like negative energy, and sort of absorbs it and transforms it into positive energy with its fiery essence. So to me, that is almost exactly what Ganesh does. It just depends. You know, sometimes he puts things in your way as well as removing things, but Carnelian and Ganesh seem to go really well together. But anyway, so amethyst I don't use a lot with deity, but with more earthbound spirits, or spirits that vibrate a little bit closer to the earth realm than the spirit realm, it tends, to me, it helps, like ghosts, or like I said, my spirit guides, which honestly I wouldn't necessarily say that they vibrate closer, but they kind of do, because yeah, all my spirit guides at one time were human. You know, they had physical lives. One of my spirit familiars was a human, kind of. I don't know. No, he was, but he was interesting anyway. He was a witch, a very, very powerful witch. So, and then one of my other spirit familiars, well, it's like the spirit of a plant. So I don't know that it was ever human. So, but yeah, so still, to me, they vibrate a little closer to our vibration, if that makes sense. So it's easier to me to connect to them with amethyst, and maybe that's why, you know, because they were, even though I will say that I don't believe my muse has ever been human. She's like something totally different, more on the realm of the fae and angels, which to me is a much higher vibration than what we're at. Not as high as deity, but higher than humans, and higher than once human spirits, and higher than like spirits of plants and things like that. So but I can connect pretty well with her with amethyst. So I guess it just depends on the spirit itself, really. So yeah, that's what I use amethyst for, y'all, and I've just rambled on about it. So I'm sure y'all have your fill of what you can do with it. But just remember this video, especially if you haven't used amethyst a lot in the past, whenever I do my herbal blend, And of course, I'll probably link the videos together. So whenever I do my herbal blend video, which I'm going to do like next, I will link the 2 videos. But Amethyst is great to charge any kind of herbal blend or any kind of candle that you are wanting to use to connect with spirit. So that is something good to keep in mind, and that's all I can really think of, y'all, to say about it. If you have any questions or comments or experiences you want to share with yourself and Amethyst, just feel free to do so in the comments below. You know I love talking with y'all. And everyone have a fabulous day, and I will see you after a while. Bye.